tea, Aunt Martha?
Oh, thank you, June. Theodore's wife made me a cup of tea this morning. It was terrible. I don't know how Theodore puts up with that girl.
Oh, come on, Aunt Martha. Give Kimberly a chance. She and Theodore have a very good marriage.
Well, I give it 2 more years. And, have you noticed that Mary Ellen has put on a pound or 2?
The family gets together so seldom, Aunt Martha. Please, stop worrying. Now, you enjoy your tea. I've got to get over to the Haskells and try to talk that Eddie out of shipping off his son to military school.
Oh. Kelly, what's wrong?
Look what Oliver did to my little Susie doll. I was just doing an experiment.
Oh, Oliver, you must respect the property of others. Now, how would you feel if somebody did that to you? Now, go fix it.
See, I never get to have any fun. He ruined my dolly. He ruined my dolly. She'll never be the same.
Oh, now, Kelly, remember this? Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
Do you want your Aunt Martha to come and visit us or not?
I do, Mom. But why can't she stay in Kevin's room? Whenever she stays in mine, it takes 3 weeks for it to smell like me again.
That dear woman has never once forgotten your birthday.
Yeah, but sometimes she can't remember my name.
Kelly, I only have one thing to say to you. Talk to your father. All ashore, Wally.
What is it, honey?
Well, Mom and I were just thinking, it might be a good idea if Aunt Martha slept in your room while she's here.
We've been through this before. Your room has its own bathroom, and that makes it easier on Aunt Martha.
Aw, Dad, the last time she was here, I got up in the middle of the night to get a drink, and her teeth were in my water glass.
Look, how would you like it if you were 94 years old and the only thing you had to look forward to was a couple of days' visit with your family, but your only great-grand-niece was objecting because it was a little inconvenient?
Boy, you know how to make a kid feel rotten.
I'm your father. It's part of the job.
Hi, Uncle Beaver.
Wally, I've got to talk to you.
Hey, I'll bet you do talk to me. Hey, how was your big day with Gloria?
It went fine, but why don't you come over here and sit down? I've really got to talk to you.
Hey, you sly dog, you. I want to hear everything. I mean, she is beautiful.
Yeah, I know, but you see,
Now, I hope you treated her all right. She's no early bird dinner kind of day.
Yeah, will you listen to me for a
What
minute?
time did you get in?
Wally. Aunt Martha died.
God, that's terrible. Aunt Martha, can't believe it.
I think we ought to tell Mom together.
That's a good idea. Hey, babe, how'd she die anyway?
Wally, she was 94. Pick something.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I was worried about a test I have tomorrow, and I thought an ice cream float would help me sleep better.
When I was your age, I was invited to my first cotillion, and I was so nervous the night before I couldn't sleep. And you know what Aunt Martha made me?
No, I don't think I've heard this story before.
She whipped up a batch of chocolate chip cookies.
Just like you make?
No, hers were much better.
Oh, that's impossible. I'll bet you're just saying that because she's, is that you?
That's me.
Boy, you sure were pretty.
Yeah.
Well, you're still pretty now. In a grandma sort of way.
Thank you. I think. You know, she was like a mother to me, Oliver. She raised me from the time I was 10. Those were such happy days.
I'm going to miss her too, Grandma. It must be really hard for you. It took me a whole 3 weeks just to get over my gopher dying. Well, good night, Grandma.
Hey, aren't you going to have your ice cream float?
Oh, I don't think I could eat in front of you when you're so sad.
Oh, Oliver, you are the sweetest boy. Say, do you think you could force yourself to eat if I made us a batch of chocolate chip cookies?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
Good.
Good, you're both here. Listen up. Come on, you guys gotta be extra good for the next couple of days.
What are you, one of the grown-ups all of a sudden?
Hey, I'm serious. None of us should be causing any problems. You know, this is a tough time for the family, especially the grown-ups, because they figure they're next.
I kind of feel guilty about Aunt Martha. I didn't even want her to stay in my room.
Oh, come on, Kelly. Don't feel bad. We all could have been a little nicer to Aunt Martha.
Yeah, especially you, Kip. Remember you said you started out every day by chasing the vultures away?
Me? You're the one who said her neck had more nooks and crannies than an English muffin.
Oh, yeah, I remember when you said...
You're both right. We were kind of mean, weren't we?
Look, let's just be on our best behavior, okay? Especially at the funeral.
Funeral? We've got to go to a funeral?
Of course.
You ever been to one?
Sure.
What was it like?
Well, there's a hole in the ground. Put him in, and you cover him up.
Whose funeral was it?
Herman's.
Your gopher? That's not the same thing as Aunt Martha.
Well, it kind of is. But they're just not going to put Aunt Martha in a shoebox.
Well, I don't care what they put her in. I don't even want to be there.
Kelly, funerals aren't that bad. Believe me, I've seen death.
Would you shut up about your stupid gopher?
Look, you didn't know Herman. He was like a brother to me. And when he died, I was sad. I buried him, but I got over it. Until 2 weeks later, when Mrs. Allen's dog dug him up. Gosh, I'll never forget it. Those two cute little eyes, gone. And that tail.
Stop it!
It's the last time I share a special moment with a girl.
Finish all the arrangements?
Boy, you know, I had no idea these things were so expensive. Now I understand why Elvis is buried in his backyard.
Ah, Wallace. Mary Ellen, on behalf of Clarence and myself, may I extend our condolences on the passing of your beloved Auntie M.
It was Aunt Martha.
Big deal. What's the matter now? Hey, you got any beer in the fridge?
Hey, I really am sorry, you guys.
Ah, don't worry about it. Eddie's been like that all his life.
Hi, Mr. Rutherford. Mom? Dad? Is there any way I could... Well, do I have to go to Aunt Martha's funeral?
Well, no, honey, you don't have to go.
Why, honey? Is there something wrong?
Hey, Wally, how's a guy supposed to make a sandwich without any white bread? You of all people.
Honey, a funeral is a way for people to pay last respects to someone they love. It's a chance to say goodbye.
Well, maybe you could say goodbye for me.
Kelly, if you're uncomfortable about this, maybe we should talk about it.
No, thanks. It makes me feel kind of shaky inside.
Me too.
Kelly, I know you're young, but you're old enough to accept the fact that death is part of life.
Well, it's a part of life I don't want to think about.
Listen, sweetheart, we wouldn't force you. If you don't want to go, we'll miss you, and your grandma will miss you. But you think about it and you decide.
In that case, I've made my decision. I'm not going.
Hey, Squirt, what do you set your microwave at for frozen pizza? When are you gonna teach that kid some manners?
Let's go talk to her.
Hey, sometimes things like this are better discussed by someone outside the family. Especially when that person has 1 foot in the grave already. Hey, Kelly, it's me, your godfather. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Come on up.
What? Climb these stairs? Do you know what my triglycerides are? Come on down here. Now, look, kid, I understand how you feel about funerals. It is a little scary.
It sure is, Mr. Rutherford.
Call me Clarence. You can't go through life like this. Look at me. I've been in analysis 31 years. I have every allergy known to man. Now, if you don't start facing up to your fears, you're going to end up just like me.
You mean fat?
No, a chicken. I'm afraid of everything. It's a wonder I'm the success that I am. Kelly, trust me. You can handle it. You're a tough kid. You're Wally Cleaver's daughter.
But think about it. One day you're walking around, the sun's shining, and the next day, boom, you're gone. No flowers, no music, no pot roast, just gone. You know what I mean?
Dad, look what I colored.
Oh, Kevin, why would you draw all over yourself?
On account I'm not allowed to draw on the walls.
Good use of color.
Dad, where are you going?
Well, we're going to go say goodbye to Aunt Martha.
I thought she was dead.
You understand things like that?
Sure, I went to Herman's funeral.
Hello, Mr. Cleaver.
Oh, hi, Emma.
Hi, Kevin.
How's my big boy?
Look!
Better than on the walls, I guess. Come on, let's go. Clean up. Come on.
Hey, Uncle Wally, everyone's waiting. We're going to be late for the service.
Hey, I'm ready. It's your aunt. You know, it took her half an hour to pick out a dress she'd look good crying in.
Hey, you know, Uncle Wally, some of the things Mr. Haskell says about women aren't that far off. Shh. Yeah.
Come on, Mary Ellen, get a move on it, will you?
Honey. How do I look?
Great. Oh, hey, those earrings
Oh,
are...
I know. I hate them, too.
Hey, no, wait a minute.
Dad, can I ask you a question?
Why not? I'm not going anywhere.
I know you said it was up to me, but are you mad that I'm not going to the funeral?
Of course not.
Oh, great. That means you're disappointed, and that's worse.
Honey, I only get disappointed when you don't try your best or when you sell yourself short.
You mean it?
You made a decision, and we respect that.
Well, it's probably better if I stay here with Kevin. It's a tough time for him, too. And Aunt Martha and I weren't really that close.
Honey, you don't have to make excuses. Whether you go or not, Aunt Martha loved you, and she knew that you loved her, too. That's all that matters.
Wally, are you going to sit there gabbing all day? There are people waiting in the car.
Oh, really? Thanks for telling me.
Goodbye, darling. Come on, let's go. Goodbye, Kevin.
Mommy, Daddy, please leave.
Oh, honey. Mommy and Daddy will be home very soon. And you be a good boy and you stay here. Maybe Emma will play rodeo with you.
Mary Ellen, we gotta go.
Oh, we love you, sweetheart. Kelly, take care of your brother.
See you, Slugger.
Look, Kevin, it's the fire.
The rodeo's starting.
Look, Kevin, remember this? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
This is a lot bigger turnout than Herman's funeral.
Uncle Lou, you remember my two sons, Kip and Oliver?
My goodness, look at the size of these two. You may have the Cleaver name, but you got the Bronson blood in your veins. You boys know the Brunson family was always a family of substance till the Depression wiped us out.
I think I forgot to sign the guest book.
Yeah.
Wait! You young kids have no idea what the Great Depression was like.
Yeah, you know, I think we have a book about that at home.
Oh, but I lived it. It was a time when a loaf of bread cost a nickel. Can you believe that? 5 cents for a loaf of bread. And you know what a loaf of bread costs now? $1.55. Can you believe that? $1.55. Why, that's more than I paid for my wife's engagement ring.
Ready? Lumpy? Thank you for coming.
Oh, not at all, Mrs. Cleaver. I know this must be very difficult for you.
Hey, it's difficult for all of us. At times like this, I have an appetite lost that's alarming.
Oh, I hope that the flowers my family sent help to brighten your bereavement.
Thank you, Eddie. I don't recall receiving any flowers.
What? Oh, that's it. That florist has embarrassed me one too many times. Oh, and might I add, Mrs. Cleaver, you do look stunning in black.
Thank you.
Could everybody please be seated? We'd like to begin. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for being here as we remember a very dear and special member of our family, Martha Bronson. But you know, this isn't a sad time, because she lived her life surrounded by people who loved her. Nothing meant more to her than her family. You know, I'll never forget my feelings the first time she held my son, Kevin. She said that he looked like my father. And that made me think about one generation blending into the next generation, and then into the next. Well, that's what life is. And I feel very fortunate to have had Martha Bronson as part of my life. Well, if anybody else would like to come up and share their feelings about Aunt Martha, they're certainly welcome.
I'd like to read a letter. It's dated May the 5th, 1944. Dear June, I hope you and Ward enjoyed your honeymoon, even though I know it was brief. When you two met, you know I disapproved of him. He seemed a rough, plain farm boy who wasn't worthy of a Bronson, especially June Bronson. And I know you see me as a stubborn woman who won't change her mind for anything. But June, I've changed it about him. I can see he is a kind and patient man who'll be a fine father to your children. He loves you and makes you very, very happy. And you tell him, if he ever stops, I'll box his ears. Bless you both. Love, Aunt Martha. Bless you too, Aunt Martha.
I didn't really know Aunt Martha well, but I'm sure she'd want me to say a few words. By the way, what's everybody so down about? I happen to know this woman squirreled away a few acorns in her time. Somebody out there could have a new Buick in their future, or a year of college for little Jimmy and little Susie. Or you might be thinking about that long-awaited room addition. If so, think Haskell Construction for the highest quality and the lowest prices. Remember, where there's a will, there's a way.
I guess what I wanted to say was, I was afraid to come here today because I didn't want to admit that Aunt Martha was gone. It took me a while to figure out that as long as I can see her face and hear her voice, She'll always be with me. And Aunt Martha, wherever you are, you can use my room anytime.